Welcome back to Digi Bros.
Sup, bitches?
Just cracked my back super hardcore, and it was like, ugh. Yeah. Vic,
Yes, sir.
so, did you have any more stories about your work? I wanted to, hold it off for a few episodes if you did.
Shit.
So I could talk about what I was doing. Any specifics? Interesting little tales?
There was a
tidbits?
fun bit when we're shooting this shitty car commercial. Just like, it's funny. I guess I'll talk about the guy I shoot these with. It's this director named Derek Port. He did the one short we did. We talked about him. He did the Joneses, whatever. So I'm shooting this with him, and this guy is fucking hilarious to work with. Like, I used to think he's an asshole. Now I just think he's hilarious because he's done like hundreds of like shitty commercials. Like, that's what he does most of the time. That's his usual work, is he does crappy local commercials, and he just does not give a fuck. He doesn't give a flying fuck about any of it because they're awful, and he knows it. And we'll sit there and like, the actors they get are fucking horrible because, you know, they just see a picture of him and they get that, they hire that guy and they do their car commercial. And we'll sit there on our slider, and he never has a plan. He always just kind of like, we'll get the actors to walk around and like look at the cars and stuff, and then we'll quote unquote fish for moments. And so he'll just like, and this sucks for me doing focus because I have to sit there and like, he's sliding and I'm moving with it and I'm going in between people who are like way close to the camera, way far away from the camera, doing all this crazy shit and trying to nail it while he fishes for moments. And the whole time he watches the screen, he just goes like, oh my fucking god, look at these fucking idiots. Just like, I can't believe, just like, look, what are they doing? What the fuck are they doing? Where are you looking? Go slower. Get closer to, what the fuck? What did I say? What did I say? And he just whispers this to me the entire time we work. And he's got a smile on his face all the time. He thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Of course.
Because he doesn't care. It's just a job.
What the fuck is he doing?
So the whole time, no matter what we're doing, he's just fucking around. And he'll fuck with Professor Snape because, you know, I work with him on all the commercials too, and he'll just fuck with him the whole time.
Unironically call him Professor Snape now. You're just so used to it.
It's only you and Hope that I call him too. I just call him David because it's his fucking name. But he just fucks with them, makes all kinds of jokes. He calls him, his name's David Malin. He calls him Man Bun Malin because he has this fucking man bun. And he's just a hilarious guy.
Wait, for some reason, I've always imagined this Snape dude as like a black guy.
What? He looks like Professor Snape! Why would you imagine a black guy?
Professor Snape never had a man bun.
Well, you know, he's evolved past looking like Snape at this point, and now he has a man bun. He's become progressively more chill and cool, and now, like, he's my friend.
I see.
But he has a fucking man bun. Which now it's evolved into more of a ponytail beyond the bun. Probably because he kept getting made fun of for having the man bun.
Right.
But, shit, where was I going with this?
I'm wondering why did I imagine him as a black guy, or am I, like, confusing my memories? I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like I remember him being ethnic in some way.
No.
Maybe just because that movie you were doing was about black history that time?
I guess, yeah.
That might be why. I don't know.
Oh god, my jaw hurts for some reason. Anyways, so on the second day of doing
Probably
this
because you're
commercial,
talking more than you have in, like, days.
God. Dude, I've been talking constantly. This is, like, you know I have to put on that social work persona? That has been me for
Not at the job I had. At the job I had,
I have to be social. I have to talk to people, or, you know, it's awkward and it sucks. So it's like, I have been fucking stupidly social all week and it's burning me the fuck out. Because I end up becoming like this overblown personality.
You said your jaw hurts and I didn't make a dick sucking joke.
Wow.
How off point am I today?
What a fucking loser, dude.
I don't even feel like a human being.
God, what's wrong with you? Anyways, the second day, we're going around shooting these shots of people, and they're clicking on their phones and doing like they're asking Siri for a car dealership with low price guarantees on used cars, and it's this stupid shit. And they're just talking to their iPhones, but we wanted to get shots of people in Hampton, and like, we're going around and we don't have any permits. So you can't shoot on the streets of like anywhere around here without a permit. And we're going into like Colonial Williamsburg and shit, and like, Hampton Town Center, which are places you need a permit.
Can I explain what Colonial Williamsburg is for anybody outside the U.S.? Colonial Williamsburg, basically, Williamsburg was like the first settlement in the U.S. when like the fucking Europeans first came over here, the British, and they set up this place called, well, I think Jamestown was the first one, right? And then it was Williamsburg. Williamsburg was like the first major settlement in like the 1700s, and then we spread out from there to the rest of the place. So like where we live in Virginia, like especially in our area, is like literally the first America. Like this is where they first fucking decided to be America. And so like
decided to be America.
Yeah. And so like I'm
this
sure
is where they first decided to be America.
I'm sure that Williamsburg is something that everyone in America has heard of, but for us, we live at Williamsburg. Yeah. So when you're in elementary school, this is all you fucking hear about. Yeah. Like, because it's
Jamestown.
Well, because like I think a lot of schools have both their I don't know if this is true all over the country, but I mean I've been to a lot of elementary schools because we moved a lot, and here we have your U.S. history and then your state history, which are like kind of like, you know, neck and neck. But we're learning the exact same thing in both of them because U.S. history is entirely in Virginia. That explains why we learned the
same thing so many times in school. I didn't realize it's because it was state history.
Almost all of fucking U.S. history in the early days took place in Virginia. So we learned the history of Virginia, which is identical to the history of the U.S. So, like, we just had Williamsburg hammered into our head so much, and we go, there's this place.
This fucking Vulpix learning Confuse Ray. Learn Ember or something, you useless turd.
So, get rid of Will-O-Wisp. Or what did you get rid of?
Why would I get rid of Will-O-Wisp?
Oh, is that fire?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a magic thing.
It inflicts burn.
But, so there's Williamsburg. The city is still around. There is like a modern city called Williamsburg. But then they have this like mock version of the settlement called Colonial Williamsburg, which is a mock version of the settlement. There's people in costumes everywhere, and there's like a bunch of... It's fucking boring because like it's all like edutainment. You know, it's like you go there to learn. And if you're a kid, then like they take you there on a field trip and they make it out like it's gonna be fun, and it's not fun because you're there to learn bullshit about a place you don't care about from 300 years ago. You know, so like, yeah, I think I went there once on a field trip, and once our family just went there like thinking it would be a fun time, and it was not. So it was like, why the hell did we come here? But yeah, Colonial Williamsburg. It's like a tourist spot, I guess. Like it's, you know, people come there thinking it will be interesting because it's the origin of the country. It's not. It's fucking. It's just a bunch of people in 1700s outfits. And then the funniest part is that there's
I ever went as a kid.
The funniest part about it is that there's two different like versions of it, because there's Colonial Williamsburg, the tourist trap, which is like where it's like mostly just like fucking stalls where people are selling bullshit trinkets. But then like off to the side is like where they actually really tried to recreate it, and it's like mud huts and like just shitty looking, and it's like, okay, or I think that one might be like the Jamestown one, or like it's like even more primitive or something. And there's like, and they've got like the Indian settlements and stuff, or the Native American shit, you know, there, and like it's fucking boring, but it's something you really know about if you live here. Anyway, you were filming there with no permit.
Yeah, it is. That aspect, like that location, wasn't important at all.
I just wanted to explain what Colonial Williamsburg.
We're going all over Hampton and like Newport News, shooting without a permit. And every time we get to a location, we're just kind of like, we're trying to stay like on the down low with a 5-person crew in this giant camera that needs 2 people to operate it, and like lens cases and shit, and a sound guy, and we're trying to stay on the down low. But we go to the Hampton Town Center. And this is when it's really settled in for me what the town centers are. Because in Virginia Beach, there's the Virginia Beach Town Center. It sprung up not too long ago, and it's like, it's somewhere they're trying to make it nice. They have these expensive restaurants and stuff, and it's like this little part of town where if you took a picture, it would look like we were a city from a brochure, but it's just really in the middle of nothing. And when there's an episode of South Park about these town centers, and this is when I realized it was like a national thing.
It's called gentrification.
Yeah, gentrification. Yeah. And like I didn't know that was a thing until South Park like showed me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's happening.
It's because you don't live in a poor neighborhood where it happens to.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Which is funny because our town center is definitely in the middle of like a poor area.
Right.
Like,
I don't know that. Like that's the thing though, because what's weird about the town center is I've thought for a while that it was like that it's trying to gentrify the area.
Yeah.
But it's pretty self-contained to a spot that isn't really that poor. You know, like everything around it is poor neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But they haven't really encroached on those at all yet. You know,
they're getting there.
They might like
if you go like where Kevin's doghouse is right by it, and that's like the shitty part of town. Like that place sucks.
Like there's no shitty part of Virginia Beach like compared to the worst place I've seen in this entire city is where Josh used to live, where it was like this cracked street townhouses, like, you know, people walking around
but that's not that far. That's on Virginia Beach Boulevard. Like that's
right,
around
but that's
there.
like one tiny neighborhood. That's like that's the only place in town that you'd go and you'd think this is kind of bad. You know?
Marcus's neighborhood is kind of bad.
Marcus's neighborhood is not that bad.
Yeah, but there's parts of it if you go through it.
If you drive around Marcus's neighborhood,
and there's like
at
Green
night,
Run. Like Green Run, you don't think looks bad, but
Green Run isn't in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's in fucking Chesapeake.
Green Run, literally, you pass it on the way to. It's right in Virginia Beach. It's right by like Lansdowne, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
It's right by like Lynn Haven Mall.
No, you know what it is? It's that Dad worked in Chesapeake while we lived in Green Run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that area's bad, but that's like way the fuck down there.
But it's right next to all the nice shit.
Like it's not next to town. Oh, I guess it's next to that.
It's next to Lynn Haven Mall and all kinds of nice stuff. Like it's just in the middle of it. It's just the shitty parts of Virginia Beach are mixed in with the good parts, and so you don't really notice.
Right. But if your point is that none of the really nice stuff is built near the rich neighborhoods, that is certainly true.
Yeah.
All of the rich neighborhoods are out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And all of the like town center stuff is built around more populous areas, even though it's stuff that only the rich people could afford. Yeah.
Which is kind of the point. Like, it's kind of the
town center is
idea.
Town center's like in the price range of our dad.
That's right next to like
us.
Aragona, and Aragona is not exactly nice.
No, it's not nice.
Like that whole area is not nice.
No. I'd say
Anyways.
Aragona's kind of ghetto.
So
there's a lot of pot there, that's for sure.
We're in the Hampton Town Center, which is like that blatant gentrification, but it's way worse than the Virginia Beach Town Center because you go in and it's like it's super bland and generic looking in a creepy way, where it's like it's all these everything is a chain. It's basically an outdoor mall, but it's like. It's all these big chains, but then some of them are like weird and you never heard of them, but like it's definitely blatantly like some cheap big chain. They have like H&M and shit, and you're looking around just like there is no local store here. This is all like a very well constructed commercial conspiracy. And then you look around on all of the rooftops and there's like cameras everywhere. And then there's like permanent annoying music playing, like obnoxious radio music playing everywhere, and you're like, this place is so fake, and there's not a whole lot of people around. It's just
why are you so stupid?
I'm trying to tell a story. Anyway, I got this.
No, you don't, you fucking idiot. Oh
shit.
God, continue your fucking gentrification. Let me do this. God damn, you finish your story.
Hold on.
Go left. Go left.
Yeah.
Then go down. Then do the upper one.
Yes.
There you go. You did it.
Anyways, yeah, there's cameras everywhere, and it's just really weird. And I just thought it was an interesting location. And then, of course, while we're shooting there, almost immediately, a security guard comes up and is just kind of like, you guys can't shoot here. And we're just... Of course, this guy who doesn't give a shit is just kind of like, what? Oh, what? We can't shoot here? Like, really? Like, totally faking it. And then, like
overacting unnecessarily when it doesn't matter. You could have just been like, oh, alright.
Like, we could have split. But then, like, the producer goes off and, the guy was like, oh, you gotta talk to management. And so the producer's like, oh, well, let's go talk to management. As soon as they walk away, he's like, all right, start rolling. We're gonna get this shot. And we keep shooting. And then the producer's off talking to that guy for a while. And then he just gets up and goes over. And then, like, I guess they talked to the manager and they let us shoot. So we shot the rest of the scene there. And it was fucking hilarious. Just that he was like, he sent her a text and everything. As soon as she walked off, he sent her a text saying, try to keep him busy and we're gonna finish what we're doing. And we just rolled and we, like, tried to roll and then, like, walk around and look like we weren't doing anything while he was talking to the actress and stuff. It's fucking hilarious.
That is pretty
That was probably the most amusing part of that. And Professor Snape crashed his drone. Just it was depressing but also hilarious just because he loved his drone. Like, he talks about that drone all the time. He got it. He's like, oh, I have this nice drone. It's one of those that'll land itself and stuff.
Oh,
like,
no.
the nicest drone that he got.
How did he crash it?
Because, Derek Bort was basically pressuring him into getting this cool shot where he would, like, fly it at the building. And then, like, I guess he ended up, like, trying too hard to get it and getting frustrated and then, like, losing control of it, and it slammed into the building and just, like, exploded.
Oh my
like,
God.
Like, it was destroyed.
Holy shit.
Just fucking hysterical.
Did he, like, yell, like, no?
It was one of those where, like, I wasn't there when it happened, because I just happened to go take a pee, and I walk out and the drone is destroyed, and I'm like, oh my god. Holy shit. But from what I heard, and I can completely imagine it because I know what these guys are like, it was basically... The drone crashes.
I don't know, anything you just did in this battle didn't make any sense.
I was hoping I would get 1 HP.
Fucking sent it out there.
I want to fight with the Vulpix!
Fucking idiot.
Shut the fuck up, I'm telling a story. What I can imagine is Professor Snape's face just sank as he looked depressed. And then Derek probably broke out laughing. Like, I can imagine the smile. He probably had a big fucking smile like, ha ha ha, you crashed your drone, you dipshit. And everyone else is just shocked. And I definitely walked out and it, like, those are the expressions I saw. Was like a dour look of sadness and like a big ass smile. Oh, so it was definitely excellent.
That is amazing.
So that was the commercial.
Those are highly worthwhile stories. I'm glad that you shared those. Oh man.
Oh man.
Gentrification.
Gentrification.
It's
creepy. It's very creepy. And then it became quite unsettling.
You know, I was gonna talk about something and someone, but they actually requested not that we talk about this. For monetary fear reasons, but a mutual friend of ours who I shall share later revealed themselves to be a massive thief. And apparently the justification is that the area is so gentrified that he doesn't feel bad about stealing from the rich grocery stores and stuff.
I cannot imagine who this is besides like Brandon Tolentino.
No. Not someone we know in person, but I will not say anymore. I just thought it was funny. I'll tell you later in the car when we're going to Sonic.
I need to write a fucking movie, man.
Yes.
Even though now I'm like, because I know I'm going to LA, I might as well like kind of try to work on scripts and then save them for when I can get good actors in LA and shit.
Nobody walks in LA. Walking in LA.
I want to go back and heal my Vulpix.
Next time on Digi Bros, we'll find out what happens.
Woo!